and it's time for the Crimbo Content Championship.
Yep.
I
Got the trio.
decided, as we always do, sometimes it's good to take a little break in the brackets. And I believe
Yeah.
we were getting to like the quarterfinals anyway, so it was a good time to take a little break. And I thought, why not this week and next week do Christmas content? So I asked you for 2 films, and then I selected 2 films. The 2 films you gave me were Home Alone 3 and The Grinch.
Yep.
At first, I reread it because I was like, this motherfucker's just said Home Alone 3.
There's, in my opinion, the most entertaining Home Alone film.
This has been the last episode of Cutscene Combos. We will not see you next time. And then I've chosen to go against Home Alone 3, Die Hard. The original Die Hard, the best Christmas film to ever exist. So, as always, we have got our 6 characteristics, the categories to help us make our decision. We have personal relevance, how well has it aged, rewatchability, story, acting, and cinematography / general visual appeal.
Yes.
I'm going to start because
Okay.
I don't want to hear you defend Home Alone 3 straight away. So, Home Alone 3. Worst Home Alone film. I've only ever seen it once. I'll never see it again. Die Hard. One of my favourite action movies and one of my favourite Christmas movies. It is not Christmas without Die Hard.
Okay.
Would you like to give me your personal relevance on this?
Home Alone 3 is the best Home Alone film. It's the most it's the most entertaining, but not like I stand by Home Alone 1 is the classic Home Alone film. Home Alone 3 though is the most entertaining Home Alone film.
Home Alone 3 has a 4.6 on IMDb.
I don't care.
32% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't care. One kid takes on 4 adults and absolutely destroys them. It's hilarious. So I've watched it. We'll get on to how often I watch it. Die Hard. I mean, I am in the band of I accept that Die Hard is a Christmas film. I'm not one of these ones that's like, Die Hard's not a Christmas film. Mate, it's a Christmas film. If a kid defending his house at Christmas is classed as a Christmas film, a man doing wild shit at Christmas is also a Christmas film.
I mean, we're forgetting the important things of him asking the driver to put Christmas music on. He goes, this is Christmas music. Everyone's saying Merry Christmas fucking constantly.
Yeah.
The ho ho ho, now I have a gun.
Yeah.
It's a Christmas film. It is a man doing whatever it takes at Christmas to get home to his family. That is a Christmas film.
But I will say, for me, Home Alone as a whole franchise is what I watch at Christmas over Die Hard. I can't say I really watch Die Hard every Christmas.
That's interesting. Should we move on to how well it's aged?
Sure.
Horrifically. Most people go, wait, there's a third one. And I'm not even joking here. Jenna, we watched the first Home Alone Tuesday night. And she was like, should we watch the second one at some point? I was like, I don't know, the second one's not that good. I don't understand how you leave your kid traveling at Christmas twice in a row.
Yep.
And she's like, at least they didn't do a third one. I was like, Jenna, there is a third one. She was like, what? How do they leave their child behind 3 times? I was like, no, it's a different kid. It's a dog shit film.
No, wrong. In my opinion, I agree with you. The second one, poor compared to the first one.
It's a weird decision.
The third one is just entertaining in a new way for me. I just think, same concept, kid defending house. This time he destroys 4 adults with it's just like how wild some of the shit is that he does.
There's a Home Alone 4.
I was about to say this. There's a Home Alone 4. You think Home Alone 3 is bad? Home Alone 4 is fucking dog shit. They ruined that franchise with a 4th.
Why on the cover of Home Alone 4 is he doing YouTube thumbnail faces?
Don't. It was several years later. They obviously wanted to try and revitalize the franchise. It flopped so fucking hard that then they've not done another one.
2002, my God. Macaulay Culkin is the only young actor who can pull off Home Alone. Stop trying to make it happen.
Nah, the third one's good.
However, for the Die Hard aspect of how well it's aged, I've said it's still incredibly relevant.
Yeah.
Even if that is partly due to the isn't it debate around whether it's a Christmas film or
not. It's one of those classic action films.
Yes. And like, even if you like disregard the Christmas element of it, it's a very good action film.
Yeah, and I mean, the Die Hard franchise went on to do quite a few, so
yeah,
it's a solid film. I don't disagree 100%. With
that. But it also happens to be a Christmas film.
Yeah, one of the few action films you can happily say I watch at Christmas.
Yeah, 100%, and that's what we move on to rewatchability. Home Alone 3.
Okay.
0% rewatchability. I watched it once, and I've never even considered it for a microsecond. There are too many other good Christmas films before you get to Home Alone 3.
I watch Home Alone 3 every year.
I refuse to believe that. This is
bait. This is not bait.
Ashton Kutcher,
I will go back through my Instagram stories of like December, Christmas Eve when I'm wrapping presents last minute. Because that's what I do.
There is no way.
I have a personal tradition that as my brain needs other stimulant when I'm doing tasks, when I wrap presents, I put on Home Alone 1 and I sit through and watch all the way through to Home Alone 3. I watch them back to back while I'm wrapping presents and doing Christmas stuff.
I just want everyone listening right now to know I'm putting him on blast in our friendship group Discord after this.
Go for it.
So that everyone else absolutely decimates him for backing Home Alone 3 as a go-to Christmas film.
I then also watch other ones, but like it's kind of my I watch Home Alone while I wrap presents. It's what I do.
Home Alone 3 is what you get to after like 5 straight days of binging Christmas films, and there is literally nothing. I'm watching sitcom Christmas episodes before I get to Home Alone 3.
Do you know what's showing here? You clearly didn't have the Home Alone triple box set.
No, we have good films in my house.
No, you watch Home Alone 1. It's classic. Can't fault it. It's great. Home Alone 2, bit mid. Then you go to Home Alone 3, and it's just watching a child murder 4 people, but they don't die. And it's hilarious.
I would rewatch the Star Wars 1980 Christmas special.
Oh, no. I remember that from last year. That was an acid trip, and I will never experience that again. I should have put that as my pick. But no, Home Alone 3's goated. I don't care.
Rewatchability for Die Hard. I have literally watched it every Christmas for at minimum the last 5 years, but I would be semi-confident saying every year for the last 10, maybe like there was one Christmas I didn't, but basically every year I watch it. It's an absolute go-to Christmas film.
I haven't watched it every year, but I've watched it multiple times. But yeah, not every year.
These next 3 are where Home Alone 3 is absolutely getting dicked though. Story. I've put forgettable at best. Because I know it's a Home Alone film, so I know the concept is, bearing in mind I've only seen it once, child is stuck at home without an adult, robbers try and break in, slapstick comedy to stop them happens. Other than that, I couldn't tell you a damn thing.
Let me jog your memory. Child has chicken pox, has to stay at home, got a toy remote control car from old lady neighbor for Shilvillain Drive. Old remote control car has a military aircraft chip in it.
Hell, bruv.
So 4 guys are looking for it. They're searching the whole like neighborhood. Mum goes off to work.
It's not just 4 like robbers. These are like highly trained spies.
Well, they're meant to be like
by this child.
Yeah, this is why it's fucking hilarious. His mum's going off to work because she has to deal with stuff. Snowstorm slows it. When it gets to it, this kid rigs this house, dropping like oak chests of books on people from a rooftop, dumping people into a pool in like negative temperatures. And it's like things that would murder people. And it's hilarious. And there's kids running around with a little mouse he has, or pet rat. And it's just like these four.
I'm actually starting to think you genuinely like this film and
I
you're
do.
not trying to bait me.
No, I enjoy it because of how stupid it is.
You are ruining all of our respect of our opinions on this podcast.
I don't care. I will die on this hill.
What a hill to choose to die on. Story for Die Hard. Surprisingly good for an action film and above average for a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
As a general rule, Christmas films and action films have the weakest stories.
Yeah.
Because action movies, you get away with just, here's explosion.
Yeah.
And guns. Story doesn't matter.
Big
and
fact.
Christmas movies, it's just like snow and happiness. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
But this manages to have a better story than your average action film or Christmas film. Like it's tight. It's a really well put together story. Later Die Hard films maybe lose it a little bit, but that first one had it on lock.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree.
Acting.
I mean, I'm not gonna defend the acting. I'm watching a child.
It's very best.
Like it, yeah, I don't.
Horrific at its worst.
No, I would say mid. But you've got a child actor and you've got 4 adults acting like idiots getting destroyed by a child.
Macaulay Culkin was a child actor. He is fucking phenomenal in Home Alone. Yeah. He's not acting cheesily. He's legit acting. Man had rent to pay.
But like, yeah, I don't disagree that I'm not saying it's this amazing act. This isn't any Lord of the Rings. But like,
it's not even above average. It is dog shit.
No, I'd say it's mid.
Oh. Alan Rickman was acting like rent was due. I always forget that Die Hard kind of put Alan Rickman on the map. That was his first major role. He'd done other things, but that took him from like a medium level guy who got work and was like earning a living to like Alan fucking Rickman, your man who would go on to play Severus Snape and your man from Love Actually.
Yeah.
Like big superstar Alan Rickman. And like I'd say it's one of Bruce Willis's better acting performances.
Yeah.
I'd say a lot of the side characters who you don't see a lot of do a pretty good job. Once again, especially considering it's an action film. Or as a general rule, they just tried to find the prettiest women they could find and the muscliest men they could find. Like they didn't really worry about acting skills too much.
Yeah.
They did a really good job.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah.
Cinematography. Home Alone 3. Bland late 90s shit.
Yeah, it's the fast. It's like the action sequences of the kids. It's just like fast cuts. Like
it looks like a straight to TV movie, like with the quality of production.
Yeah, it's that like it's dated now. Like it's that era.
There are films from the 90s that have not aged that poorly. It looks like it could be a Disney Channel original film.
Fair. I'm not like.
Yeah. Die Hard. Decent. Yeah. There's a couple of really, really good shots in there. But as a general rule, they were more worried about making sure the explosions and everything.
Yeah, it's used standard like action.
Yeah. As with all action films, films have a couple of shots where you're like, oh yeah, everyone's collective brains were like, this is the shot. But most of it is just like getting the right angle for multiple explosions and stuff. So this is 6-0 sweep for Die Hard, right?
No.
There's no way you're arguing any of these belong to Home Alone 3.
Well, I mean, personal relevance. Home Alone
draw.
So yeah, so it's not 6-0. This is what I mean.
This is
technicalities here. I'm
just saying it now. If anyone in the comments of the segment or the full video try and defend Home Alone, just know you're getting blocked. You're never going to be able to comment on a video ever again. So just choose your words carefully.
So yeah, personal relevance, draw. Rewatchability. I mean, it's Home Alone again. I watch it every year. So it's a draw.
More people in the entire world
I don't care.
watch Die Hard than
How
Home
well is
Alone 3. More people watch Die Hard than probably Home Alone 2, 3, and 4 combined.
How well it's aged, I will give Die Hard. But so that's two draws.
You're for a 4-0.
Yeah, of course it's gonna be. I know Home Alone isn't winning. I'm not oblivious to what I'm fighting against. I
fully thought you just put it in there so that we wouldn't have a headache for 1 week. And this is the most heated I've ever got discussing a content championship.
But I will say,
I'm so glad I decided to choose Die Hard and not something that I thought of as equally shit.
This would have been great if you had. I'm will obviously it's like, don't get me wrong, Die Hard wins the last 3 categories. I can't deny that. And this film is one of those guilty pleasure films, but I still think it is one of the most entertaining films.
I think I might hate it here.
When you asked me for Christmas films, and obviously we can say Die Hard wins. Don't get me wrong, Die Hard wins. I'm not disagreeing, but I will say that I will disagree that Home Alone 3 is shit. That's not true.
Jesus Christ.